Welcome, adventurers, to the village of Twilight Gleena, place where the stars shine a little brighter and the world feels full of possibilities. But tonight, something very special is about to happen. Something that will take one brave girl on the adventure of a lifetime. Meet Penny, a curious, spirited girl who's always dreaming of the stars. But little does she know, tonight, she's about to find something that will make those dreams come true. Penny lived in Twilight Glen, a village where everyone knew each other and the nights were always filled with stories about stars, moonbeams, and magic. Penny, with her wild, curly hair and bright blue eyes, loved nothing more than to sit on the roof of her little cottage, gazing up at the constellations and wondering what lay beyond. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills and the stars began to twinkle, Penny sat on the roof as usual, staring at the stars. Suddenly, something caught her eye, a tiny, shimmering light falling from the sky. It was too bright to be a falling star. "What is that?" Penny whispered to herself. The light floated down, glowing softly. As it neared the ground, it gently landed in the small patch of grass at the edge of the village. Penny jumped to her feet, excitement bubbling up inside her. "I have to find out!" she exclaimed, rushing off the roof and down the narrow path toward the glowing light. Penny followed the glowing light through the village streets, past the bakery where the scent of warm bread filled the air, and beyond the garden where the old oak tree stood. The light led her to a clearing in the forest, where she found something she never expected, a small, shining compass lying in the grass. The compass was unlike any she had ever seen. It was made of gleaming silver, with intricate engravings of stars and constellations. The needle didn't point north, but instead spun around, as if searching for something. A faint whispering sound came from it, like the wind, only softer. Penny knelt down and gently picked it up. The moment she touched the compass, the whispers grew louder, and the needle pointed toward the dark forest, beyond the village. Penny's heart raced with excitement. She knew this was no ordinary compass. "Where do you want me to go?" she whispered to it, as if the compass might answer. And just like that, the compass glowed even brighter, its needle locking in place. Penny's curiosity soared. She had no idea where this adventure would take her, but she knew one thing for certain. She was going to find out. With the compass in her hand, Penny stepped into the forest. The trees whispered in the wind, and the path seemed to open up just for her. The farther she walked, the brighter the compass glowed, guiding her towards something mysterious and exciting. After what felt like hours of walking, Penny came to a clearing she had never seen before. In the middle stood an ancient, towering tree, its bark sparkling like stardust. Hanging from one of its branches was a beautiful, glowing orb. The orb pulsed with light, and Penny felt a strange sense of peace and wonder. She reached out and gently touched it. The moment her fingers brushed against the orb, the ground beneath her feet shimmered, and the stars above seemed to twinkle brighter. Suddenly, a voice, soft yet clear, filled the air. "You have found the Starlight Compass, Penny." The voice echoed like a melody in the night. Penny looked around, but there was no one in sight. "Who's there?" she asked, her voice trembling with excitement. "I am the Keeper of the Stars," the voice continued. "You, Penny, have been chosen to embark on a quest to restore the balance of the stars and protect the constellations from an ancient threat." Penny's heart skipped a beat. "What kind of threat?" she asked, her mind racing. "The darkness that hides beyond the stars has begun to creep into the sky. It seeks to erase the light and silence the whispers of the constellations." Penny took a deep breath. She had always dreamed of something grand, and now here was her chance. "How can I help?" she asked. "You will use the Starlight Compass to find the star crystals scattered across the world. Only by collecting them all can the stars be saved." The orb began to glow even brighter, casting light across the clearing. Penny knew this was just the beginning of her adventure, but she was ready. With the Starlight Compass in her hand, she felt braver than ever before. "I'm ready," she said firmly. "Let's save the stars." Penny's quest had only just begun, and already she felt the weight of her mission. The keeper's words echoed in her mind, urging her to find the star crystals and restore the star's light. But as she stepped forward, she knew she couldn't do it alone. With the compass glowing brightly in her hand, Penny took her first step into the unknown, ready to face whatever lay ahead. She would travel far and wide, through enchanted forests, across vast oceans, and over towering mountains, gathering the crystals one by one. With each challenge she faced, Penny grew stronger, wiser, and more determined to save the stars from the darkness threatening to take them away. And so, her journey continued filled with magic, mystery, and the kind of adventure only the bravest souls could imagine. And so, Penny's adventure began, and with each new dawn, she moved closer to saving the stars. The Starlight Compass was more than just a tool, it was the key to a destiny filled with wonder, courage, and discovery. Remember, little adventurers, sometimes the greatest quests begin with just one small step into the unknown. Like Penny, you too can be the hero of your own story, following your heart and the whispers of the stars. Thanks for joining us on this first chapter of Penny's adventure. Stay tuned for more magical tales, and remember, the stars are always out there waiting to guide you.